White millionaire humiliates black family at luxury restaurant. Then the waiter hands him a note. In the heart of Boston City, the luxurious restaurant La Luna was known for its opulence and exclusivity. It was a place where the elite gathered to dine, discuss business, and flaunt their wealth. On a particularly busy evening, the restaurant was buzzing with the chatter of well-dressed patrons and the clinking of fine china. Walter Carter, a wealthy venture capitalist, walked into the restaurant with an air of arrogance. He was a regular at La Luna and was known for his lavish lifestyle and sharp tongue. As he was escorted to his usual table by the window, he noticed a black family seated nearby. The family, dressed in their Sunday best, was celebrating a special occasion. Their laughter and joy filled the air, a stark contrast to the otherwise subdued atmosphere of the restaurant. Walter's eyes narrowed as he observed the family. He couldn't understand why they were there, in what he considered his domain. With a sneer, he approached their table. "Excuse me," he said loudly, drawing the attention of other diners. "Are you sure you're in the right place? This isn't exactly a fast food joint." The family's smiles faded, and an uncomfortable silence settled over the table. The father, Mr. Williams, looked up at Walter with a calm but firm expression. "We're here to celebrate our daughter's graduation," he said, his voice steady. "We have every right to be here, just like you." Walter scoffed. "Graduation, huh? From where? Some community college?" He laughed, a cruel sound that echoed through the restaurant. The family remained silent, their dignity intact, despite the humiliation. As Walter turned to leave, a waiter named Carlos, who'd been watching the scene unfold, approached him. "Mr. Carter, your table is ready," he said, his voice polite, but with an edge of disapproval. Walter nodded and walked away, but not before Carlos handed him a small folded note. Curious, Walter opened the note as he sat down. It read, "Your wealth does not define your worth. True value lies in how you treat others. Carlos." Walter's face flushed with anger and embarrassment. He crumpled the note and threw it on the table, but the words lingered in his mind. Throughout the evening he found himself glancing at the Williams family, who had resumed their celebration, their spirits unbroken. As the night wore on, Walter's thoughts kept returning to the note. He realized that his actions had been driven by prejudice and insecurity. The Williams family had shown more grace and strength in the face of his cruelty than he had ever known. When it was time to leave, Walter hesitated. He walked over to the Williams table once more, but this time his demeanor was different. "I owe you an apology," he said, his voice sincere. "I was wrong to judge you and speak to you that way. Congratulations on your daughter's graduation." Mr. Williams looked at Walter, surprised but appreciative. "Thank you," he said, extending his hand. Walter shook it, feeling a sense of humility and respect he hadn't felt in a long time. As Walter left the restaurant, he glanced back at Carlos, who gave him a nod of approval. The note had been a small gesture, but it had sparked change in Walter. He realized that true wealth wasn't measured in dollars, but in kindness and respect for others. From that day on, Walter made a conscious effort to be more compassionate and understanding. He used his influence to support initiatives that promoted equality and inclusion. The incident at La Luna had been a turning point, reminding him that everyone, regardless of their background, deserved to be treated with dignity and respect.